This is the 2012 season preview. Coach Ben Van Zandt is set to get his first season as head coach of the Minnesota Golden Gophers underway. Hopefully we can turn a new leaf here at this struggling football program. A lot of success in history, but in recent years, Minnesota has not had much. Back-to-back 3-9 seasons entering this year. We've been working very, very hard this offseason, try to make a name for ourselves here, try to start anew and begin this new era the correct way. Not a lot is expected from this 2012 Minnesota Golden Gophers teams, but we have confidence in ourselves and we believe that we can put some things together and make a name for ourselves here. So without further ado, let's meet your 2012 Minnesota Golden Gophers. On the offensive side of the ball, we will be led by our senior quarterback and our offensive team captain, Chester Bailey. He'll be backed up by Josh Calhoun, Ezra Schultz, and Bradley Gorman getting a red shirt. Halfbacks, Michael Bass, Herb Martin, Jabari Willis, Josh Thompson, and Kendrick Cox getting a red shirt. Fullbacks, Paul Donovan and Raymond Fisher. Wide receivers, Levi Dunbar, Robert Ostrander, Martell Fowler, senior Dominique Johnson, Eddie Benson, Lionel Owens, senior Stephen Dockery, and Vince Edwards. Tight ends, senior Denny Bowen, Dexter Lambert, Carson Foster. Left tackles, Cole Swanson, Frank Wakefield, Jonathan Coles, red shirt. Left guards, Larry Cronin, Larry Berg, red shirt, Chad Lott. Centers, Jerry Pruitt, Andrew Wilson. Right guards, Andy Harmon, Andy Casillo, Jimmy Frank. Right tackles, Jeremy Mitchell, Starling Burris, Brian Young. And the defensive side of the ball, left ends, Darius Cook, Clark Dawson, Kyle Price. Right ends, senior Cooper Morgan, Franklin Hayes, James Miller, red shirt. Defensive tackles, Jonah Hansen, Kyle Turner, George Atkins, senior. Senior Joe Preston, Alex Williams, red shirt. Left outside linebackers, defensive team captain, senior Travis Lester, senior Charlie Benjamin, Jordan Murphy. Middle linebackers, Ernest Nolan, it's a senior, Edmund Tate, Thomas Lynch. Right outside linebackers, senior Barry Rankin, Tally Allen. Cornerbacks, Anthony Leak, Josiah Paul, senior Darnell Terry, senior Derek Harrington, Adam Roberts, Brenton Shelton. Free safeties, Lorenzo Harrell, senior Lou Overstreet, Clint Stanley. Strong safeties, Melvin Anderson, Scott Hutchinson. Kicker, Emmanuel Walker, and punter Shane Doyle. That is your 2012 Minnesota Golden Gophers. And Minnesota, of course, competing in the Big Ten Conference. Let's take a look at the outlook here for the Big Ten Conference entering the 2012 season. In the Legends Division, the favorite entering the season is number 9, the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan looking to win their first conference championship since 2004, starting in the top 10. Number 12 in the nation is the defending Legends winner, the Michigan State Spartans. Michigan State losing in the Big Ten championship game last season. In the season number 12. Number 19 is the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Predicted to finish third in the division this season, looking for their first conference title since '99. Iowa predicted to finish fourth. The Hawkeyes looking for their first conference title since 2004. Northwestern Wildcats predicted to finish fifth in the division for their first conference title since 2000. And here we are, the Minnesota Golden Gophers finished last in the Legends division last season. Predicted to finish last once again in the Legends division. Looking for our first conference championship since all the way back in 1967. Now I look at the Leaders division. Number 16 in the nation is the Wisconsin Badgers. They are the defending Big Ten champions. Looking to go back-to-back here, starting number 16 in the nation, favorites in the Leaders division. Number 18 in the country is the Ohio State Buckeyes, looking for their first conference title since 2010. Penn State predicted to finish third in the division for the first since 2008. Purdue Boilermakers looking for the first conference title since 2000. Illinois Fighting Illini predicted to finish fifth for their first since 2001. And the Indiana Hoosiers finished last in the Leaders division last year, predicted to finish last again, looking for their first conference title since 1967. That is a look at the Big Ten getting ready for the 2012 season. Michigan, the favorites to win the Big Ten title this year. Wisconsin winning an exciting 42-39 Big Ten championship last year, the first Big Ten championship game, as they were able to get past Michigan State Spartans by a field goal last year, who will win the Big Ten title in 2012. Now let's take a quick look at all the conferences entering the season. Florida State, the favorites in the ACC. Oklahoma, the favorites in the Big 12. Louisville, favorites in the Big East. Already seen the Big Ten. Michigan, the favorites. Conference USA favorites is Houston. Get the independents there. Look at the MAC division. Northern Illinois, the favorites there. Boise State, the favorites in the Mountain West Conference. And USC, the favorites in the Pac-12. Alabama, defending national champions, number one in the nation. They are the favorites in the SEC. Arkansas State, the favorites in the Sun Belt Conference. Utah State, the favorites in the WAC. That is a look at the conference outlook getting ready for the 2012 season. Now let's take a look at the preseason polls. Look here at the top 25. Number one in the nation, of course, is the Alabama Crimson Tide. They are coming off of a national championship last season in which they defeated LSU 21-0 in the title. Can they go back-to-back here, starting off number one in the country, Alabama Crimson Tide? Number two in the nation to start the season is the USC Trojans. They're looking for their first national title since 2004. Number one in the media poll, two in the coaches poll. Number three is the LSU Tigers, last year's national runner-up. They're looking for their first national championship since 2007. 4 is the Oregon Ducks, looking for their first ever national title, starting here in the top 5, defending Pac-12 winners. Number 5 is the Oklahoma Sooners, looking for their first national title since 2000. Number 6 is the Georgia Bulldogs, for the first title since 1980. Number 7 is the Arkansas Razorbacks, for the first title since 1964. Florida State Seminoles is number 8. trying to get the first one since 1999. Michigan Wolverines, number 9 in the country, the first national title since 1997. And West Virginia running out the top 10, looking for their first ever national championship. That is the top 10 starting off the season. Here's a look at the rest of the top 25. Florida running out the top 25. And now here's a look at the rest of the preseason poll here. See, we are starting off things very low expectations for Minnesota from the Big Ten at number 80 in the country in the preseason poll. Now a quick look at the Heisman Watch entering this season. Heisman Watch, we have senior quarterback Jason Bell of USC, senior halfback Bundle Cobb of Wisconsin, junior cornerback Mike Williams of LSU, senior quarterback Jabari Wilson of Michigan, and redshirt senior quarterback Hank Cook of Oklahoma. We'll look at the end of the year, see if one of these guys wins it or if someone from the outside steps up to win the Heisman. Now let's take a look at our schedule here for the 2012 season, first season for Minnesota under coach Ben Van Zandt. We will start things off at home hosting UNLV, and we'll be on the road against Connecticut, then at home against Miami of Ohio, Miami University. Then we'll be on the road against Colorado State. That'll be our last non-conference game, then nothing but Big Ten games. The following week, Big Ten opener on the road against Iowa, rivalry game there for us. Bye in week 6. At home in week 7 against Northwestern. Then on the road, rivalry game against number 16 Wisconsin. And at home against Purdue. And we will be at home against number 9 Michigan, rivalry game there. And on the road against Illinois in week 11. On the road against number 19 Nebraska in week 12. And then at home against number 12 Michigan State in week 13. That will be our final game of the regular season. Experts not expecting much from this 2012 Minnesota Golden Gopher team under the new head coach. We believe in ourselves. We've been working very hard to get ready for this season. We believe we can turn some heads here. Could not be more excited to get this thing going. Let's do it. Let's go Golden Gophers.